Hey guys, it's Tarkin coming at you with another game of Darkest Dungeon. We're here to fight the Formless Flesh today, the final boss of the Warrens. We're taking a Leper Houndmaster, Vestal, and Jester party. I think it'll be fine. A lot of bleed damage will get us there. Got trinkets for accuracy, for healing, for accuracy and bleed chance, and for prot and accuracy here. I think that'll serve us well. We're just gonna... You know, we don't have to worry so much about food at this point in our life. We're gonna get those and just get going. This is gonna be too much stuff, but it's okay.
Squirming, braying, and snorting half-corpses were heaped each upon the other until at last I was rid of them.
And once again, we find that
of snout and hoof, bristle and bone,
that our evil ancestor, threw a bunch of bodies of pigs on each other and then was surprised when they ended up being a bad idea. The old fusing in the darkness, that's the problem.
Is more terrible than I can describe. An incoherent jumble of organ, sinew, and bone. A fortune. Waiting.
Those boots are actually pretty good item. They give you 20 prot. They reduce your speed some. We're using them actually here on our guy. Most of our guys can move around a little bit because the Jester can move. That's the real thing. Our party isn't really... I mean, it's okay. Leper does a bunch of damage. And we've got like good sandbag potential, right? With stress heal in various places. We even have the stress heal on the Houndmaster, although we can't use it from this medium position. But we didn't take the Mark Synergy item for him. Probably should have went for another bleed.
Ringing ears, blurred vision. The end approaches.
We do this. I'm like, no, it won't quite get there. He'll have 1 HP. All right. Well, then we'll do this.
Their cursed champion
Good enough.
Falls.
In here, we just use the opportunity to stress heal a little bit. Although it's not likely to matter, you know, we might as well. And we take him out there.
Give them no quarter.
We have an absolute zound of food, which is great, right? Who doesn't like that?
As the light gains purchase, spirits are lifted, and purpose
and that just
is made
lets us
clear.
use it for HP restoring, which, you know, you don't normally get to do, but this is going to be, you know, because it's on a grid, and you know it's always going to be the farthest room away.
Ancient traps lie in wait.
Certainly a lot easier to get through than some of the other places are, but we've got way too much stuff here. It's fine. You know, you don't want to be underprepared in a game like this. And since we have a lot of people at level 6 already, and with their totally decked out stuff and abilities, like, although we still need more money, it's not like such a big deal that we spent, you know, an extra 1,000 or 2 going in wastefully.
We require only the strength to follow it.
They get into a very nice position there. Let's just stick another bleed on. You know, this is a very one-dimensional party. It's very bleed-centric, very physical damage, you know. You don't have a lot of good options in the event that you can't make that work. But you have a mark and a debuff here, right, that gives lower protection. So there's at least, like, problem solving if there was bleed resistance to worry about, which, with his, it's base 150 on the Hound's Harry, and then we have 20 more, so that's 170, right, which puts us in a very good position to stick a bleed on anything that's not resistant, because even 50, 60, 70%, you know, bam, it's gonna get the bleed, and that'll be really nice. I think that'll just get us all the way through the boss. So we've got higher accuracy from stuff. That's good too, you know, you want enough accuracy to counteract the dodge, or thereabouts.
A powerful blow.
Because he's sticking the bleed every time, right? Which feels so good. And now we're just gonna drop his dodge off for when we get to the beatdown phase.
A devastating blow. The slow death. Unforeseen. Unforgiving. Great is the weapon that cuts on its own.
In here, just a little bit of stress management. Good, good, good. We're gonna go for the party heal here, just because he'll what? Yeah, it's just individual hits when he's not on the back, I think. And he can't trot away because, you know, because he's not away. And we'll just stress manage until his next turn. The old lootery.
The bigger the beast, the greater the glory.
We brought way too much stuff. It's okay.
Finding the stuff is only the first test. Now it must be carried home.
Because we're gonna be at the boss fight in like like 2 more rooms, right? And which is fine, you know, good for us. And then we can immediately do something else productive with our time. I'm very confident about this boss fight. Maybe I shouldn't be, you know, it could be rough. Look, this game does punish you for thinking you're good at it, but it doesn't always. Sometimes you just win. Alright, so we're gonna give him higher accuracy. We'll do that for ourselves. So we do it again. And he'll play a little song there. And we didn't actually take the make sure that there isn't an explosion ability, but that's okay. And what we're going to do now is go ahead and move the Jester forward. Because we want the Jester in 3 to be able to do the bleed into positions. 3 and 4 with his ability. And you know, we're just going to get to it. We're just going to stick the bleeds on.
Must be unmade.
And it's going to be great. It's going to be great. You know, it's sticking the damage on. That does feel bad, but we're going to be getting the damage on too, right? That's a bleed on every one of them. That's 12 damage around. We should have cured his bleed, though, and that was careless. I don't think it can really do enough damage to mess with us. Not really. I mean, it did, like, some there, right? And we're not, like... It doesn't look like we're in great position, but I think it's still fine. I think we're I think we're making the progress we need to make. I think our heal is going to cover it. We've got plenty of items. I think it's going to be fine.
A momentary abatement.
And two, you can get the finale damage up and up and up, and then we just drop, you know, the huge thing there. Then we can clear the debuff, I think, with medicinal herbs. He is sure getting low here. Yeah, they do big damage there, don't they? Well, I still feel okay, but yeah, we're definitely going to want to start doing more work here, or no? This is fine, you know, this is all fine.
Executed. The light, the promise of safety.
Maybe we should have done an individual attack to the one in front, because it's all on the damage, so I think that's probably the smarter thing, if we can avoid one with a lot of protection. But we're getting through, right? And we are stacking these bleeds higher and higher, and I don't... Yeah, I think it's just going to be enough, right? Because we've got... And the crits make it for even longer at a time. Just get rid of this. Keep on healing up through the damage. Because they're taking massive amounts from this bleed stack, right? 21, 39, yeah. Just an absolute killing if we can stop getting the bleed resisted, but you know. Very, very huge damage. Of course, it's falling off over time, but... Ooh. They stunned him. Yeah, I think there we just elect to do that rather than the Hue, because the negative 50 damage, you get more crit out of Chop. I just felt like that was smarter. They're down to 31 HP. Time for a finale, I think. Yeah, you know, if we wasn't stunned, we would have him this next turn, but you know, we might still get him now, though. Ooh.
Blow to body and
Oh, she's blighted. Is she gonna live? She lives through the blight. Okay.
patched up. If only to bleed again.
Oh, that's right. You can't finale from there. Alright, we're just gonna stack the bleeds on, and that'll be enough, right? Right. The stun falls off. And now the leper just needs to do 5 damage, and he does it. Clean.
As it was in life.
Sure, it didn't look pretty, but it was fine. We win.
This expedition at least promises success.
And we get Flesh's Heart, which gives you max HP and bleed resist. The max HP, interesting enough, right? And bleed resist sort of coming for free, very nice. And, you know, we get a couple more guys to level 6, which is good. Because you never know when you'll need
Risk
some.
and reward. A siren's call to the enterprising stalker.
And none of them got poisoned or whatever. That's good. Alright, so what we want to do now is, I think, just get to the boss here in the ruins. And I don't know if a short one would do it, right? 30%? I don't know how it works. But I bet a medium one definitely would. No, we don't need to take this crew, however. For this, we want to take either people that need to level up or our guys that have already been, you know, to the Darkest Dungeon, so we don't run the risk of having them get popped. Alright, we can just take an Antiquarian. I mean, no, that sounds bad, doesn't it? I mean, he'd do fine there, but no, let's go Darcy. That way, if he dies, it's just a loss to our heart, you know, but not to our potential guys going forward. And, well, for that exact same reason, we shouldn't take Briqueville, because I think we want to take him to the Darkest Dungeon next one. You know, run an A-bomb there. Let's just take Margas. And then, who wants to tank it? Well, since they're all fine, I guess Reynald is a totally good choice, and we'll just go ahead and push forward here. Oh, yes, trinkets, of course. Alright, so trinket, who needs a trinket? Alright, so the first thing we'll do is get Blight Ladle on him. And that... And then we will put this on him for protection, and then let him heal more, give her the Blight skill chance. And accuracy. And here's what we were just using. Accuracy and that stuff, yeah, it's fine. Good enough, let's get to it. We don't have any bounty hunters, very sad.
There is power in symbols. Collect the scattered scraps of faith and give comfort to the masses.
And so these guys get more resolve experience, although they're not going to level up except him. So if they're with anybody who went to the Darkest Dungeon already, they get more experience, which makes sense because they can't go back. But all right, we get a little surprise here. Should be fine. We're gonna poison whom? You.
Press this advantage. Give them no quarter.
Swinging over the top, a plague to the back. That'll get this kind of 2-turn clock. Very nice. Not really worried about stress here. Oh, I didn't bring a healer. Oh boy. Well, that's interesting. I thought this party seemed strong. It's because I didn't bring a healer. Well, we're just gonna have to get in, get out, right? He can heal a little bit, and he can heal a little bit. Well, you know...
A death by injury.
Good thing we've already got to one of the trinkets. Can't believe I forgot to bring a healer. It's okay. It's just the ruins, right? We brought plenty of food. I was like, did I not bring it? I did. It just looks like a sword attack.
The way is lit. The path is clear. We require only the strength to follow it.
That's alright. We stick the light on, he gets popped. Man, that's pretty funny that I just elected to not think about whether or not we had a proper healer. We've got two people that'll heal, like, badly in a pinch. Alright, so we have to go here because we need to scout this room.
Even the cold stone seems bent on preventing passage.
We got the dude with the old standard. Very important to deal with him as quickly as possible. Not least because, you know, we can't
for the slightest lapse in concentration.
Can't afford to take damage, I say, as I take 28 freaking damage. We try for a stun here. Well, you know, we find it on one of them, which is good because he's on a one-turn clock now, and he was the damage dealer. So
perched at the very precipice of oblivion. The ground quakes.
alright, so he's on the clock there. We just battlefield medicine her to get her out of the situation.
Great is the weapon that cuts on its own. The slow death, unforeseen, unforgiving. The bigger the beast, the greater the glory.
Because it's like, unless we get very lucky and there's one on the wall here and then in that room, we're in trouble, right? We might have to go home. But we still have something. We don't have enough food, right? We won't have enough food. We need to find some food. We need to make sure we don't get rid of our herbs because we might find a curio to get more food. We didn't get a scout, so we have to go forward here.
In Radiance, may we find victory.
Oh, we didn't move our crew back around to where they started. That's bad. He can at least do it on somebody, a blight on somebody, so that's fine.
Reeling, about to break.
Alright, we got him there, and this dude's
Continue
on
the onslaught. Destroy them.
A 1 turn
all.
clock. No, it's like a 3, right? Yeah. Well, we will just ignore him and hit him with somebody
Masterfully
else.
Executed.
Figuring that having them both on a clock is better than neither. Hit this guy for 5. Alright, now he dies to the tick.
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms. The wounds of war can be healed, but never hidden.
Alright, we're just going to move around a little bit and try to get the very small amount of healing that we can get access to here, right? And then he'll die to the next tick.
Their formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
Hey, we found one. That is so good.
As the light gains purchase,
That is so
Spirits
good.
are
Because that
lifted,
means, like, if
and
we get a
purpose is
scout, like,
made
over
clear.
here, we might be able to stop, like, both room battles in the future. We need more food, or we might not camp.
the light, the promise of safety.
I spent, maybe more than I should have on the HP regen. I think on balance it ends up being the same. The scouting really paying off there. Please be food.
Packs
It's not
laden
food,
with
that's
loot
okay.
Are often low on supplies.
Sure would have been better if it was. We got a trap here, which he clicks on and takes
Mechanical hazards
18
possessed by
damage.
evil intent.
18. That is rough
The match is
stuff.
struck. A blazing star is born.
Alright, if we avoid... Oh my goodness. He gets hit by 18. That is crazy. Alright, so we'll camp here.
Circle in the dark. The battle may yet be
And
won.
and then when the next food thing happens, we just won't be able to get it. We'll give him the vapors for a heal. Heal himself there, and yeah, we'll just we'll just do that, right? We'll just Alright, well that's got most of the healing. Good, good, good. And she gets 2 food. That's like okay. If we get 2 more, it'll be enough for another meal. But, what we'll hope is to find it like in this hallway.
Wealth beyond measure. Awarded to the
Oh,
brave and the foolhardy
man.
alike.
The collector. I sure am worried about this. He's gonna summon guys that do like a whole lot of damage. But maybe,
Precision
just
power.
maybe, we'll be able to do enough to where it'll work. Because we don't have like a stun, right? But maybe we'll crit him for like a lot. Because he summons these guys, and they all... You can't kill him, he just gets more, right? But... At least we're stacking the blights, And if they choose to guard him, then you're really in trouble. They do big damage if they hit you, the highwaymen, but, it just depends on what happens, right? Maybe it'll be fine. And we're just gonna charge forward here so that he gets in a position where he can finale the back row. But we've got 21 damage for 3 rounds stuck on him, so we might actually be fine. This really, really big blight build might be paying off. We'll bring him up to 3, and that'll let him get hit by the Jester hit as well. Yeah. Maybe you're not supposed to bring a healer. No, I joke. I definitely feel more comfortable with a healer. Oh, he's got the block now. Well, I think we have him on the 2-turn clock, though, because I think none of it's falling off, so that'll be good. If it works out, he'll die to the tick. But he's still guarding, that's right. Well, we wouldn't have been able to do anything besides stick some damage on there, which wouldn't have been that advantageous. Yeah, he'll die to the next tick of it, so at least there's that. He gets popped. Highwayman comes up to the front and does whatever. No, we won't wait for the tick. Finale.
As the ghoulish collection.
Nice.
The rats prepare to feast.
You know, for all of that could have gone very
Success
badly
so
indeed.
clearly in view.
Ends up being totally
Or is it
fine.
merely a trick of the light?
But of course, it's not over yet. Please have the curio in here. We don't. Well, we needed to check anyway.
A singular strike.
Well, that would have been a lot cooler if we would have hit him. Because we do have to worry about not being able to eat the meal that they want us to have soon. Wow, that's a lot of stress. He'll be okay. And this in this grouping, the stress is less of a worry than the HP damage is. Here we can hit the body, come in there for 10. He at least, you know, only does huge amounts of damage that we can't answer. Not like it's a problem. But we can play a little bit of a fiddle there for our very upset boy. Could heal him better. This fella's on a timer there, and it has just run out for him. So we're all good in that regard.
Victories mount, so too will resistance. Glittering gold, trinkets and baubles.
So we now
Paid
have
for in
a
blood.
room battle, which is scary. Alright, at least it's one of these. Alright, first thing we do... let's get damage on this guy, because that's the one that we're worried more about, right? Alright, good. We got him now. He'll die on the tick. And a very clutch dodge indeed. We're just going to start stacking the hits on him there. This will also hopefully get his accuracy down enough to where we'll be able to dodge another hit right at -14. That should help.
A decisive pummeling.
Alrighty, taking him out there. He goes for all of us and misses. No doubt thanks to the amazing work that our Blight is doing. We're just going to start healing a little bit of that stress. We don't know how much longer we're going to be in here after all.
A devastating blow.
And now he gets popped to his damage there.
Champion
Very
falls.
beautiful stuff indeed.
A handsome reward for a task well performed.
Well, we ended up out of that fight very well indeed. And at any moment now, we could find what we need. We take 18 damage. That's so much damage. Come on, just be in this room. Alright, it's not in this room. Alright, that room with the quest location. Alright, we're not going to try to get the trap with him. He's bad at it. Alright, I think we did it.
Finding the stuff is only the first test. Now it must be carried home.
Wonderful. That was
Tokens of hope.
that was pretty
recovered
sketchy.
From the encroaching dark.
You know, it worked, but you know, you should bring a real healer and not forget to.
Take advantage of this faith-fueled charity. It will not last.
Alright, everyone else is sort of like in a fine spot with the stress. Like any level 3 bounty hunters? No. Alright. The Gibbering Prophet. Let's try for that one now. Alright, so for Gibbering Prophet, what do we want to do? We bring Darcy. Prophet's Eyes, the trinket. 15 accuracy if in position 4, 3 speed, and negative chest. That's awesome. It's just all good, right? If you're in position 4. We want someone in the front who can hit the back, right? So if we get, like, Karlach for Swan... Alright, we gotta bring a healer, right? Obviously, you gotta bring a healer. Yeah, just for decreased dodge and stuff, and, Alright, so first things first, we're just gonna trinket up real quick here. Ladle and vial. Head and scroll. For the Hellion, we've got this thing. That's only if the light is low. We don't want that. But we can get higher accuracy for the torch, and then that'll give us very good accuracy at plus 20 there, which is worth doing. Alright, so who for the front? We could get... I kind of don't mind this, right? We'll be able to throw the blights on the back, throw the daggers, hit the lunges, you know, yeah. Seems fine. And we know that blight matches up very well in here. That means we can go ahead and give her the stuff that we just gave her. Raider's Talisman? No, that decreases the max HP. Ain't nobody got time for that. But dodge and accuracy, a little bit of higher stress. That's an easy trade to make. And then here, do we go for blight skill chance and a little lower dodge? I mean, I think. Yeah, it's a fine trade. A fine trade indeed. Yeah, let's go ahead and get to this. Alright, Gibbering Prophet. This party seems fine. Her bleed won't be good most of the time, but being able to swan him in the back will be, and then when he gets closer, I think he's bleedable.
Finally, resigned to his uncommon corporeal resilience, I lured him to the dig. There, I showed him the thing, and detailed the full extent of my plans. Triumphantly, I watched as he tore his eyes from their sockets, and ran shrieking into the shadows, wailing maniacally that the end was upon us all.
Yeah, a real charmer. Our ancestry's like, so I did the worst thing you can imagine.
The echoes of his
and this dude
mindless
freaked
tittering
out.
Reverberate maddeningly.
Now it is a ways we gotta go, right? It's all the way there. It's no quick set of rooms, but we'll be alright. Alright, here we need to just do what needs to be done, you know, stack the blight in the back and we'll be okay. We don't have the stress management that we had in the other team, you know. Instead we've got, you know, actual healing and damage, so hopefully we'll be able to make it work. Alright, there we go, and there's the damage stack on him.
Slowly.
Been a lot cooler if we hit him.
This is how a life is
Alright,
taken.
here we just need to do 5 damage. And, well, we get all the way down to there, which is good enough. He'll die to the tick on this next turn now, and we'll be fine. So this army, we want to... This set of heroes, the HP damage doesn't matter as much, but we do want to be reticent to give away any stress damage. So, you know, the stun's there, very good, and then we're just going to keep on...
Unforgiving.
messing around here, and maybe the Vestal will get to heal. Yep, there we go. And then he dies to the Blight, and we get to continue on.
Masterfully executed.
And here we just want to knock his dodge off. Assuming we can't do anything else there. He won't bleed. I think we just try to take a hack here. Yep. Beautiful. And definitely the Blight here is more important than the other one.
The ground quakes.
Will it do 4 damage? No. No, it will not. In which case, a stun here would be nice. Well, you know, it'll do 0 damage because it got
the promise
stunned.
of safety.
He's already on a 1-turn clock there, so we just start working on the guy in the front.
Grievous injury. Palpable fear.
Wait, how did he not get blighted?
Destroyed.
Their formation is broken.
There we go.
Maintain the offensive.
Maybe it had already happened and I forgot. Hard to say. Oh boy. Oh boy. This one's rough. I guess it's not so bad, it's just that she can't attack from right there, so Karlach moves up and then she can AoE heal. It's alright. Our, we'll be able to put the damage into the back, and that's what matters.
The wounds of war can be healed, but never hidden. A powerful blow.
Nice. And now she can swan there in the back. Yeah, that wasn't so bad, you know. It's just a little bit of a 1-turn awkwardness. And that just does damage, not stress stuff, so that's actually kind of fine there too. We're gonna go for a stun here, of course. There we go. And then they're on the clock, same as this guy is.
A death by inches.
Should have healed. But at least we got him and him.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
And maybe this fool will miss or something. Nope. It's all good.
The wounds of war can be healed, but never hidden. Press this advantage. Give them
Nice.
no quarter.
Keep on rolling. Oh man, he's not even in the 4th spot. That is rough.
A devastating blow.
I guess we swan anyway, because we can't reach to the back. So it's only really a problem if these guys get a protect on him before we get any more work here. Alright, so this guy's got all of that. Why don't we just...
The match is struck. A blazing
Stun,
star
good.
is born.
Swan here. 17, that's enough to get him, right? No, he'll still have 2 turns there.
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
Alright, it's the 1 turn clock for him now, so we can just... Man, that dude's really got a lot of work going on there. Just get the blight on him, right? Trade stuns on 1 and 2. It's always nice when there's a miss whenever they've like been buffed by 50% of damage. And we figured he would do that, but you know.
Continue the onslaught.
Destroy.
And that moves them up to protect them from my my swan attack that was going to come in, but it's all right.
Death waits.
20 damage, feels rough, but it'll be okay as long as they don't keep on hitting her, and they don't. Good, good. Spread the damage around a little bit. What we like to see. Oh, right. Now he'll be brought up to the front where he's just got his little bayonet jab thing, which is a lot worse. Or actually, he'll get nothing, because with plus 50% blight skill chance, takes it to 190.
Remind
Yeah,
yourself
it's
that
a very, very
overconfidence is a
reliable
slow and
blight.
insidious killer.
Protects with the nightly aura until camp. You know, I wish we had camped first then. But I guess you can't know if it's gonna work out until you're there. We walk right into a trap, except we dodge right into a trap. Which is sort of like not walking into a trap at all.
The way is lit. The path
We walked
is clear.
around a trap in the
We
general
require
vicinity.
only the strength to follow it.
In some indeterminate way, there was a trap nearby. And we dodge another one. Guess I'll dodge another one. Yeah. Good, good, good. Like, this doesn't seem like that good of a setup for them, right? I don't even need to move to beat them down. Of course, in the very front, I don't think the Doctor can throw the old Noxious Blast, yeah, so...
Compassion is a rarity in the fevered pitch of battle.
And she's not great in the front, but she does her work.
A singular strike.
2 damage gets us there. And we get 3. He'll die to the tick. We take some damage. Yeah, what are you gonna do, right? Ha. Beautiful.
A victory. Perhaps the turning point. This expedition at least promises success.
We purify an altar and remove some kind of quirk. I think it said Hyro something, so something about light. An accident occurs. Oh no! Alright, we end up okay for all of those problems. We're still fine. Yikes. That was a lot of damage.
As the light gains purchase, spirits are lifted, and purpose is made clear.
Alright, we are moving along the way. I'm sticking Blight there because we're going to swan to the back. And that might be a kill anyway, and that in conjunction with a Plague Grenade from the other Plague Doctor will probably get us where we want to go. We're gonna stun here to prevent more stress damage.
In Radiance, may we find victory.
Since we're gonna camp pretty soon, we're not too worried about our health totals. We have 20 food too, so we're gonna be able to use some of that for it.
Annihilated.
Here we stick some damage on and the accuracy problem, you know, maybe that'll work. We're gonna go ahead and go for the kill here, and we find it. $13. Totally could have used a bandage there. That would have been okay. But at least he's spreading out the damage a little bit. We'll do a Vestal heal here, and then Karlach come across the top for the kill, probably. Well, yeah, he'll die to the Blight next time. Better to just go for it and get a little bit of stress relief, I think, than letting the tick do it.
A trifling victory, but a victory nonetheless. Wealth beyond measure, awarded to the brave and the foolhardy alike.
That's me. I am similarly brave and foolhardy to all the people he means. We're just gonna ignore the alchemy set, I think. Okay. It's like you know the drill. We just stick the damage on and so he guards the wrong person. Beautiful. You get hit for like some. Oh, it knocks her forward. That's not so good. She doesn't really have too many moves there. It's alright. We got 16 on a 2-tick there. We're just gonna go smack them. Pick in the face ignores prot. It just doesn't do very much damage. Oh, we should have stunned the other one. That guy had the, no, he didn't. Ow. Alright, we just need one more blight stack here, and we get it. Should have healed. Ow. There we go. Now he'll tick down from the blight. Next time we can throw one on him. And he ticks from the blight next turn too.
Compassion is a rarity in the fevered pitch of battle.
As victories mount, so too will resistance.
Oh man, until camp. I should have camped right then. It'll be alright. We have just enough food for a big meal when we go in here. Another room battle, man. It's all good. Glad that missed. Hey Limtrix, how are you? I beat Silksong today. Or rather, I got to the credits. Beating it, you know. I beat the first time. I got to the first place where you can say you beat the game. Stick the poison on the skeletons. You know, the skeletons don't bleed, but they do still get sick. You did all the Plants vs. Zombies survival. It was awesome. Congratulations. I think tower defense games are so fun.
A momentary abatement.
I like strategy games of all kinds, really. That's what it comes down to. 2 more achievements to go. Nice, nice. Yeah, I played Silksong earlier, and I already beat one boss in this run, one of the last remaining ones. And then we're really close to the boss for this area. We've got one more room, this room, and then we're gonna camp, and then he's 1 room away. And hopefully, you know, we'll be able to make that work for us.
Well struck.
Alright, we've got both of them on the timer now. We're just gonna...
Compassion is a rarity in the fevered pitch of battle.
Aw, come on. I always feel like I'm robbed if they ever dodge anything. I'm like, how could this game treat me with so much disrespect after all I've done for it? But, you know, I do my part. I bring my accuracy increasing items, and that helps me complain. I'm like, I have 125 accuracy. How could I miss? I couldn't. I couldn't miss. We get there, and now it's time to camp.
They can be beaten.
Alright, so what we want to do here is... give them the vapors, give you the accuracy, give you the accuracy. Alright, one room to go. Please don't have any battles along the way. I want to show up fresh.
A fortune.
We find some
waiting to be
paintings,
spent.
you know. We've almost upgraded the whole town, but not quite. Alright, before we go in, we're just gonna douse ourselves in holy water. We're just gonna put the torch. We're just gonna get right to it, right? Alright, let us go then, you and I. Time for the
Madman
prophets.
hides there, behind the pews, spouting his mindless drivel.
So we know he's gonna drop the roof onto him. We can't really do anything about that. What we can do is just start getting the damage stuck on him, right? Getting the blight on him. We're gonna remove his dodge. Whatever damage this does, it's probably gonna one-shot him, and then we're just gonna have to try to keep him together, you know? Swan to the back for a 31 crit, beautiful. It stuns, and then he drops the roof on him for 42. Oh my goodness, yeah, that's rough.
Becoming unwound.
But we'll see how it goes, right? Swan to the back, be another crit. All right, 11. That's not the same as another crit, but it gets us something. Heal him up to 14, and then he drops the roof on her. She dodges it. My girl. All right, that's good. So we're still getting the damage down, right? We are... You know, still getting the old blighty on. He's down to half health. He's got 18 damage ticking on him. This is excellent. Like, 24 damage ticking on him. Yeah, we've got him. You know, we just gotta live. And we dodge all of that. Dodge, dodge. Yes. Alright, now we're gonna get it. Now we're definitely gonna get it. Unless he dodges all of our stuff. But we're gonna get him very, very poisoned here.
The blood quickens. Surgical precision.
If it falls on the grave robber, she probably dies, right? Fortunately... Oh, we resist the blight. Alright. Drops here. They both dodge it. Beautiful. Beautiful stuff. That's what it's all about. You know, that's why we bring Yeah, that's why we bring the prot trinkets. How is she at 40? Oh, because of the camping. Yeah, well, you know, good. We did it! Hit him with the debuff, so now he can't dodge this. We're gonna go for what? The dagger? Yeah.
In life, his claims to recognition
Awesome.
are dubious at best. In death, they are ridiculous.
We
Success
win.
so clearly in view. Or is it merely a trick of the light? I was
All right,
lord
yeah.
of this place
Magnificent.
before the crows.
And now we see
rats
our
made it their
quest goals
domain.
here. You know, we're getting to the end of them. We gotta do the 16-pounder and the drowned crew, and then there's 3 more final Darkest Dungeon things, and then just like a couple more guys to level up for the roster. But I keep on, my bounty hunters keep dying, right? I don't even think I have any at all right now. Yeah, we don't have any. We don't have a single bounty hunter right now. This little eldritch monstrosity's a leper. Alright, wonderful. So that is the ruins cleared and the warrens cleared, and now we just need to do, you know, another mission here and then another couple missions here in the cove. We'll have those 2, and then we'll be able to finish up the game later, you know, assuming that we win. But we're not going to do that right now. I'm actually going to go ahead and call this now. I'm just going to take probably like a 5 or 10 minute break, and I think we're going to play some Minecraft to round out the night. I think I'm going to play a little bit of hardcore Minecraft, just hang out in my world there and, you know, do a little fly around nonsense, see about maybe finding a Nautilus or something, you know, that kind of thing. But maybe I'll see you there. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Later, Loomtrix. Thanks for hanging out for a bit. And yeah, I should just be on that Minecraft stream in probably like 10 minutes. So perhaps I'll see you there. If you're watching in the future, disregard all the time-sensitive information. And I hope the weather's nice. But see you.